less than a month. Kick the ball, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm the man. Look, I'm just a fan, and like I said, I'm doing my research, and I'm just like, yo, Nick.
Yeah. True history, man. It's crazy. You know, but it's beautiful at the same time, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rocket Balboa. I appreciate that, man. Much love.
Absolutely. I'm just, brother, like I said, yo, I would have never imagined when I listened to your shit in '97 first, or I'm About It, and then hearing this in '98, I would have never imagined that I would have the time and opportunity and the honor and the privilege and the pleasure and the treasure to talk to you right now, brother. Like, as a fan. This is why my shit called Hip Hop's Biggest Fan, because as you said, how I set this up, I try to do this as best I could as I did when I was a child.
Yes, sir. Yeah, same way, same backroom action, man. Like I said, much love and respect, man. If it wasn't for people like you, you know, the vice versa. You know what I mean? For guys
bro,
like
thank you.
Chain reaction, man.
Man, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I got a few more questions. I know I done held you up. I done, you know, got you in here for damn near 2 hours. Let me see. Okay, hold up.
All right.
Nope, already asked that question. Already did that one.
Playlist.
All right. Man, damn, my phone. Damn, I got the shit stored on my phone. I can't even look at it now because goddamn, we doing on here. It was a song that I want to say it was off of the Living album.
Yo.
It was a song. Oh my God, yo, I can't remember the name of it because I had never heard it until last night. I said, yo, this shit is what the fuck? Like, nigga, I can't remember the name of it, but it was off the Living album. That's the shit that you had, like, you had Daz on the album. You had
Big Seaball, Spice One,
yeah.
That record. I know exactly. I don't know what song you're talking about, but I know exactly what album you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of the song either. I said, but this motherfucker here, oh my God, nigga, why have I never heard this song?
Yeah, it's intense, man. Yeah, sir.
I was out, and I screenshotted it on my phone. I meant to write it down in my pad. I ain't write the motherfucker down, but the Living album, I want to say that one came out like 2019, maybe 2017. I can't recall.
Like 17.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, I was looking that shit up, and I was just like, damn, yo, and it just hit me. I'm looking through my fucking notes and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with it because I was talking to my son today.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm about to do this interview tonight with Young Bleed. And my wife like, I know that name. I know who Young Bleed is. And my son was like, Young Bleed. So I showed him the album. And, you know, this is before he was born. This motherfucker born in like 2002. So he don't fucking know. But I was like, I started singing the song to him. He was like, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And he was like, that sounds familiar. I started playing. So I said, let me play this version for you. And the song, and the version I played for him was the remake in 2012 that Problem did.
Yeah, they know that. See, the whole new generation, they know that.
Because I used to play it. I used to play it for them back then. And by that time, he was about 10 years old. He was like, oh, I remember you playing this song. I said, yo, this was the dude I'm interviewing is the original of this shit.
Yes, sir.
I said, the song's so jamming, these motherfuckers had to make it again.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, DJ turn. Bring it back.
Yeah. And also, I found this out last night. You did do a How You Do That there again when you was on Strange Music.
Yeah, with Tech Nine and Brother Lynch, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Some people know.
What was I mean, I can gather what the inspiration was for it, but can you elaborate any further? Because I mean, it's just like it's just one of them classics.
Really, I got a situation a partner of mine that lived in the Kansas City area, called Chauncey Clyde, had new old school priority partner of mine, Dave Weiner from Priority, had become the vice president over at Strange, and they was, you know, riding and doing whatever one day. And,
oh wow, really?
Yeah. So I made a record. Chauncey Clyde is an underground artist. underground legend out there in the Kansas City area. So we became partners at the time. So we had an album we was doing together. Me and him. Shouts out to my brother Money Waters out there in Dallas, Texas. And we had a record called Three Headed Monster that we did. You know what I mean, on the underground. I guess they was riding to that record, and he realized he knew me, and he was like, "Please, my guy, you know, put us together." And he offered me a situation to come on over to Strange, you know, before I meet Tech and traveling over there. But we was saying something before I forget the thought about that, man. We talking about that for a reason. What we was saying right before that, man?
I was asking, you know, what was the brainchild behind doing How You Do That Dance Again when you was on Strange Music?
Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. So I'm getting over there. And it was actually their idea. What I didn't want to do was recreate it and go through the same kind of back and forth flack that I went through from the original record, the remix, and the disconnection between me, P, and CeeLo. You never saw us perform it, tour it, do none of that, maybe a few times in life. And everybody kind of went their own ways. So I didn't want to be tied to a record like that I couldn't perform past a minute in a show. You see what I'm saying?
That's some bittersweet shit right there.
Yeah. So it always been like that. I'm the originator of the record. So going back into that, I had to really kind of make myself ready to do that record. And, you know, Tech loved the record. Lynch, of course, loved it. So we gave it a shot for the sake of everything, thinking it was going to be a phenomenal record, which it was, but I felt it wasn't promoted to the magnitude it could have been. It started to take off and just didn't, you know what I mean, excel in ways it could have. I felt like it was. But, yeah. And then, you know, like you say, Problem, a year or so later, skyrocket, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you brought up the greatest point. I want to say with any and everything, whether it's music, whether it's selling cheeseburgers, is the money behind the promotion. Motherfucker, you got to put money out there so people know.
They get to make it. No way around. There's no way around.
Yeah. You know, word of mouth is one thing, but at the same time, you know, you don't see a goddamn Walmart, McDonald's commercials every fucking day. We know what that shit is there. It's right there. But these motherfuckers still pushing it.
Every day.
Yeah. Okay, I'm reading. Man, shout out. I don't know who the Flood TV is, but I'm about to follow you. Thank you for being on here. They said, I Smoke, I Drank, original Mr. Magic featuring Young Bleed and Lil Boosie. I don't even know if I heard this song. Please talk to me about that.
You ain't never heard that? Oh, man.
I don't know. I might have heard. Yo, I'm listening. I'm working last night. I got my phone in my pocket. I was listening to so much shit I never heard.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, damn, yo. So, if you could elaborate on that, because I might have missed
it. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Magic, man.
Mr. Magic, yeah.
This way, Mr. Magic. Along with Soulja Slim, man. Actually, originally that record was supposed to be me, Magic, and Soulja Slim. That's another story. And yeah, man. Boosie ended up on the record. You know, me and Boosie some family off the same block, the same neighborhood. We from the same place. You know,
we got. Well, please continue, but we got to talk about this then. All right, I'm listening.
Yeah, so you know, within the chemistry of how we all was working together between Trill, I guess, and No Limit or Magic at the time. They was doing some records or something like that, and actually Slim, me and Magic, it's the first time I walked in the studio and I did a record where the beat was done, the hook was done, and the verse started in the middle of the song. And it was an open third verse. I was like, damn, man, you know. He said, hey, please, you know, I want you on. Well, I was listening to the hook, and I was mimicking what you hear me mimicking. And in the back of the hook, the music, monitor were chanting more or less. And he was like, what you saying? I said it to him. He said, put that in the record. He said, man, you want to get home? He said, you jump it off. He said, in New Orleans, we call you the jump off boy, because you know how to jump off a record. So I jumped the record off, and the rest was history. For a minute, we ran with that. Did shows from Louisiana to Alabama, was going back and forth from Mississippi. You know, just the spot dates me and him was getting called for. We were running, getting a lot of money together, and everywhere we'll go. Before we leave, you know, the MC will say, next week, y'all, Soulja Slim gonna be here. Then, you know, we'll talk about Slim. I had never met Slim. You know what I'm saying? So,
rest in peace. Dang.
Rest in peace. So, Moby and them and everybody just say, man, Slim, love you, praise the devil, want to meet you and all that. And I was like, okay, I wanted to meet Slim too. Love his music the same way. And we had one opportunity where we met in life, embraced each other, talked about doing some records, and I never saw him again live. And up to this point.
Hold on. What?
Yeah. Let me get to that. So man, Magic, you know, we was working on an album called Country Boys and City Slickers. We used to call it Baton Rouge Boy, Country Boy, because Baton Rouge is city in the city, and you know, surrounded by rural areas, but more country than New Orleans, being more a bigger city and a more popular city. So we got that interpretation from, you know, people between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. So we was gonna do a record called Country Boys and City Slickers, man. That was one of the first, really the only birth record. We did maybe about 8, 9 of those records that might exist. I'm trying to see what I can do to perhaps get that out to the public, you know what I mean, on behalf of my man. But we was working on that, and that record wasn't complete with the third verse. So while we come out the studio about 4, 5 in the morning, he said, man, you know, I'm going to put on the record. I'm going to put Slim on that record. I said, oh, that's who you put on. He said, I'm going to get up and go to New Orleans in the morning. And you know, tomorrow and record Slim. I'm gonna call you when I did. I said, man, hurry up and, you know, and wait to hit. I went home, went to sleep for the morning, and somewhere between maybe 12 to 4 that afternoon, I get a phone call. And it's Magic, so I hurry up and wake up for it. Damn, he didn't record the record already. The last time I saw him, I said, man, what's up with the record? He said, Slim dead. The very next day. So yeah, crazy shit like that, man. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say something now that it just came to my mind. With you speaking on the demise of Soulja Slim and so many other soldiers, so many other artists and rappers and figures in hip hop at that time. This is pre this internet shit like this.
Yeah.
If you was on the internet back then, you had to be on a computer. The phones wasn't that back then.
Yeah.
It just takes me back to when Nas hit us with the hip hop is dead.
Yeah, yo.
Right. And me being more mature now, it just makes me think of I don't know. God willing, look, I never thought I'd talk to you. Lord knows if I ever get the chance to talk to Nas. Yeah. If I do, word to my father, I fuck around, cry.
Yeah.
Saying that to say, the hip hop is dead, yo. That shit just hit me like because we had so much loss at that time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And that's my interpretation almost of it at this point. Like at that time, it was like, yo, we killing each other. This shit is dead.
And lost in love for it. See, some of the youngsters that's doing it, they don't care about who Curtis Blow was and Cool Mo D. They don't even fuck the history. I could do this shit now. I'm getting some money. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So that part of what hip hop is and how it's created, and some people, it's
you ain't lying, yo.
It's commercial, it's monetary, and it's about that, man. Fuck you and whatever you are, as long as I'm, it's about me. So it done got selfish. Yeah, so many ways, man.
I'm gonna say this to that. I was working in a studio around that time, and I remember asking artists like, "Yo, do you know who DJ Kool Herc is?" And they was like, "No." I'm almost taken back, like, but you doing this rap hip hop shit, yo? I was like, "Yo, what do you know about Run DMC? What do you know?" Like you said, what do you know about Curtis Blow? What do you know about Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick? I just get yo, y'all don't even know our history.
Yeah, don't know. So let alone the history before that history. So that's how out of touch, you know, especially black kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't even know why you're doing this, where it come from, where it gonna lead you to. But it's a nice bike. You want to just take the bike and ride the bike. You don't know it come with you got to fix this, flat tires, all the chains. Yeah.
Brother, that analogy right there is the realest shit ever.
Yeah, it look pretty. That's like a pretty car and anything else pretty, man. Yeah, God don't like us and don't care too much for free. It comes with work and come back money. Yeah, that part.
The realest shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we're gonna run out of time. I'm trying not to hold you up any longer. Like I said, I got a million questions in my mind. You are also an author.
Yes,
but
sir.
but you have a book and an album, both named Preserve.
Yeah. Well, the book was actually called The Making of Preserve.
Oh,
so it's really the structure of that particular album. A preface of my life, a little briefing on where I come from and how young I was, and my dollar case scenario you mentioned earlier, the value of a dollar, you know what I mean? And just me just focus on what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. So my family struggles and situation that I was born in, I was able to take a look around and say, okay, it's cool, it's love, but if I got an opportunity, I'm gonna try something big enough to be able to take care of that. Yeah, so with that type of $1 million focus and aim, you know what I mean? Yeah, to never settle in, just always, have big dreams and vision, you know what I mean? In that sense.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna say, Instagram telling me now, we only got 1 minute remaining. I'm not gonna ask you to do a part 3 with me, bro.
Well, on another day we'll do a part 3 or something.
Exactly, but thank you so sincerely.
I appreciate
like I said, it's a pleasure and a treasure. Young Bleed Corleone, you can get all his shit on, if I'm correct, trapdoorentertainment.com or .net or something to that effect. When I put this shit on YouTube, I'm gonna put the link to the motherfucker in the bottom.
Yes, sir.
But otherwise, if you're watching this shit on Instagram, it's probably in this fucking bio.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So, thank you so much again for your time, man. I sincerely appreciate it. Supreme blessings to you and yours once again, forever and beyond our physical here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, man. Same peace, love, and blessings, my brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. You be good, bro.
Okay, you too.
Peace.
Yeah.